welcome beautiful souls to my channel, Light of Shaya. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to those of you who are new. I hope you enjoy the content, and welcome back to those of you who are returning. I simply want to say thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate every single one of you. So today I'm going to be doing a 30-day forecast for the sign of Capricorn. That's going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so the message may or may not resonate for you at this time. However, I trust if you've come across this video, there's likely a message here for you. If not, very well, the whole reading will correspond to you. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle cards and the Tarot Mucha with the Celtic cross spread to get into the message for you, Capricorn. So hope you're all having a lovely day so far. Happy holidays, and wishing you all a happy new year. So let's go ahead and see what the message from Spirit is for the next 30 days for you, Capricorn. Alrighty, it's a nice card to have. Start off the new year. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so bottom of the deck here we have Chameleon Spirit, act as if. So that's basically a piece of advice that I'm getting, or something that you're not seeing that's underlying. Acting as if the thing that you want is already present, right? So if you're trying to manifest something, behaving as if it's already there will help you along your journey. So the first card that we have here is Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. So these next 30 days, I sense you're going to be stepping into a much more empowered state, Capricorn. There's a sense of you feeling sure of yourself, really just starting to embody. I'm getting kind of like a sense of Empress energy here, really feeling yourself, feeling your environment, really trying to create from a place of the mind, right, with certainty. We have the Armadillo Spirit here, set healthy boundaries. So it looks like you're going to be setting healthy boundaries these next 30 days, which is fantastic. If you haven't been, this is a call to action to do so. So if you've been dealing with people who drain your energy, if you've been dealing with people who don't have the highest good for you, people-pleasing, or things along those lines, it's time to take a look at these behaviors and start setting healthy boundaries. It's okay to say no. If you don't want to do something, don't do it, plain and simple. And you don't have to give excuses to the person that you are saying no to either. You have every right to deny them any of your time or energy. Maybe you're just not feeling it that day, and that's totally okay. So we have Eagle Spirit here, Spirit has your back. So basically this card is saying that no matter what it is that you're going through, Spirit has your back. Sometimes we go through certain difficulties and we're left wondering, why on earth did this particular event happen in my life, right? Everything happens for us, and so there is a sense of like, if there is something that we need to learn in this lifetime, Spirit is teaching it to you through the events that happen in your life. They're not always the easiest lessons, of course, but remember that everything is happening for you for a reason, right? And so you may be feeling maybe that Spirit doesn't have your back at times, but these next 30 days, basically Spirit is saying you are being guided, you are divinely guided, and you are loved. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot here. What is the current circumstances for Capricorn these next 30 days? Okay, so interestingly enough here we have Gemini energy with the Lovers and the Four of Pentacles. Some of you could very well be dealing with a Gemini or a very powerful soulmate connection. Now this is kind of giving me the sense of setting healthy boundaries, right? Because the Four of Pentacles is putting its walls up, right? The Pre-Emperor card here. So you could be either holding on to a Gemini or a powerful soulmate connection, or very well just be trying to keep like the status quo. Now, interestingly enough, with the Lover's energy, I can't help but notice the angel here. There may be something about angelic guidance from your higher self trying to give you messages. Very interesting that I'm picking this up here. In particular, the Lovers is oftentimes for me a very powerful soulmate connection. However, if you are not dealing with the soulmate, this could very well be you attempting to attune with your higher self. However, with the Four of Pentacles, it seems like you may be struggling to do that with that at this time, because the Four of Pentacles is a very conservative, very closed-off energy. For others of you, this is setting a healthy boundary with the soulmate connection. Okay, dropped a couple of cards there. Whoa, lots of cards just trying to fly out here. It's very interesting that I'm seeing the Devil and the Nine of Cups here. You may be dealing with somebody who has an issue with alcoholism, because my Nine of Cups is a drinking card, and paired with the Devil, it's usually about toxic or behaviors or addictions, right? So you could be dealing with somebody who is an alcoholic, perhaps. Maybe that's why you need to learn how to set healthy boundaries, right? So let's go ahead and see what the opportunity is for you these next 30 days. Okay, look at that. The opportunity here is the Sun. Absolutely beautiful. So with the Sun energy here, of course, it's the happiest card in the deck. This is a card of joy, expansion, and growth, right? So that is the opportunity that is being presented towards you, right? Now, in order for us to step into this, right, we need to be aware of what it is that we have in life, right? Oftentimes, this card is a reminder to see just how much you have in your life, right? Embrace your inner child. By embracing the inner child and really looking at life from that point of view of curiosity, looking at things from different perspectives, and really being appreciative of the things that you have in your life, this will really help expand and grow, help you expand and grow, right? Not only yourself, but your horizons as well. I'm sensing here that a gratitude mindset at this time, Capricorn, is going to help you expand in ways that you probably could not even foresee, interestingly enough. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and see what the recent past holds for you. I feel like the Sun energy is also basically saying that brighter days are ahead if you've been going through some struggle, right? Spirit has your back. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So you could have received some sort of offer, an opportunity in the past that was gifted to you by the divine. Right? Because the aces are gifts from the divine. They're opportunities of infinite potential in the suit that they represent. In this case, this is monetary or in dealings with time, something physical, right? This could have been a business opportunity for some of you. This could have been a new job, a promotion, perhaps even. Let's go ahead and see here how you're going to be feeling these next 30 days, what's in the subconscious mind. Okay, got a couple cards here. We have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands, so there could be a great deal of excitement, a lot of fast-moving energy, and with the Nine of Wands, you could be feeling a sense of like being burdened, right? Having difficulties. Okay, so the card that came out here is the Three of Pentacles. It looks like you're feeling these next 3 days a sense of like connecting with community, right? The Three of Pentacles has three different people, mind, body, and spirit, right? That's really interesting that the Lovers also usually represents mind, body, and spirit alongside the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you're in a very grounded state these next 30 days. You're feeling busy at work. I feel like some of you are probably even kind of diving into work in order to deal with your circumstances at the time. Perhaps there's not a lot going on in your life and you really just want to dedicate yourself to something, right? A craft. It could even be a craft. The Three of Pentacles is, as I said, mind, body, spirit. So a lot of you could be feeling that sense of alignment in your life. Especially with this Lover's energy. I'm getting the sense of you attempting to align yourself in some way. We have a lot of Pentacles here. As I said, you could be willing or wanting to connect with the community, right? With friends and family. It's interesting that I'm getting that. This is a very dedicated energy. I feel like you're very dedicated to see something through. Whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity that was presented to you. So how are you moving forward these next 30 days? Okay, Page of Cups wanted to come out. Okay, look at that. We have here the Fool. This is beautiful. So it looks like you're taking a chance on something. This is very sweet, innocent energy. It looks like you're trying to create an open mind, right? Believe in yourself is coming through very strongly here with this leap of faith, right? It's like this Fool is a leap of faith, and note how this little squirrel kind of like has landed on top of this acorn. I feel like there's an opportunity here for something big for you, Capricorn, right? Because I can't help but notice how this squirrel is like holding on to this tiny acorn, but he's landed on this massive acorn, right? So there may be something that you're moving towards that you feel has a lot of potential, and perhaps you can even see the results. Like you already foresee that this has a lot of potential, right? Once again, I'm getting a very strong connection with the divine here, with the Fool card, right? Because it's a card representative of the Holy Spirit and infinite potential, right? The High Priestess wanted to come out as well. So like I said, very attuned to your inner knowing, to the divine, to God's spirit, however you refer to your higher power. So let's see what the near future holds for Capricorn. Okay, so in the near future here we have the Knight of Swords. Now I'm interpreting this card a couple of different ways, right? The Knight of Swords is a very deeply committed energy, somebody who makes a split second decision and says, I'm going to go for it, right? Once again, kind of similar to the Fool, but very different. The Knight of Swords is hasty in nature, right? So you could be moving towards a situation with a great deal of determination very quickly. Now, I'm also sensing here, perhaps this could be anger. Now, the Knight of Swords could sometimes be representative of anger. This is a logical decision, right, since it deals with the sword suit. So you could be, in a sense, thinking about this, right? You thought about it, you've thought it through, you thought about it, and it made a split-second decision about it, is kind of what I'm sensing here. I'll go ahead and be clarifying what this Knight of Swords is moving towards, or whether or not it's anger, but we'll see in just a moment. What is a message from Spirit, the Divine God, however you refer to your higher power, directly to you at this time, Capricorn? Okay, here we have the Ace of Wands. This is inspiration. Wow, look at that. Another gift I'm sensing. There's a gift of inspiration here. Remember how I was saying that things happen for you? Now the Ace of Wands is a great deal of inspiration. As I was saying, it's passion. It's some sort of creative sense of inspiration, right? It's like that sense of like, I want to get things done. I feel like a sense of like excitement here, right? Now the Ace of Wands could also represent a sexual energy. So perhaps that may be something to take a look at. Of course, it may resonate a little bit differently for everyone here. I'm getting the sense here of for whatever reason, I want to say, get inspired again, whatever that may mean to you. What does inspiration mean to you, right? What is inspiration towards for you, right? Especially if things have been a little bit more methodical, because I'm seeing all these pentacles here. What inspires you, Capricorn? And I'm sensing here, like, move towards that, right? Try embodying kind of like that energy of the inner child here with the Fool, right? As I was saying, the Fool is essentially the inner child. So maybe there's something that you used to do when you were a child that was really inspirational for you. Maybe it was drawing, singing, dancing, and step into that so that you can kind of get the body moving, or you know, get that sense of flow back into your life, if that makes sense. Okay, what is in the unseen for Capricorn? That which you need to be made aware of is the Nine of Wands. So I'm sensing here that this is, you're going through a relatively tough time. If you're not going through it at this time, there could be in the future something that you need to be made aware of this Nine of Wands. Now, for some of you, what you're not seeing is just how much you've built a fortress around you, if that makes sense, especially here with the Four of Pentacles, right? So for some of you, the set healthy boundaries is to take a look at, I'm getting the sense to say here, there's a difference between setting healthy boundaries, like saying no to people, and then there's a difference between like resisting all people, if that makes sense, right? Sometimes you get into the belief system that all people are evil, or that all people are here to hurt you, or things along those lines. If that's resonating with you, it's time to take a look at this, because there may be some inner child wounds here, some past baggage that has brought you to this state of believing that everyone is in a sense out to get you. I'm not sure why that message is coming through very strongly. You're almost at the end of whatever this cycle is, though, but you're not aware of it, obviously, since it's in the unseen and it's being brought to your attention. For some of you, I feel like this may be a subconscious situation. As I said, I feel like there may be a need for looking at past situations and really diving into your subconscious mind. I'm sensing something here in my solar plexus, so there may be something there, maybe a sense of lack of confidence, if that makes sense, right? Believe in yourself. The solar plexus is all about confidence, so I sense maybe some sacral, not sacral, maybe some sacral chakra work may be necessary as well, but solar plexus, especially with this Ace of Wands, right? As I was saying, sexuality here. Very interesting. So let's see what's in the hopes and fears here for you, Capricorn. I'll be clarifying some of these cards a little bit later, just so we can get a more intuitive message, or in-depth message, rather. Okay, so your hopes and fears is the Five of Swords. Some of you may be afraid of being manipulated by a situation. I can't help but notice the Knight of Swords here as I was saying anger, right? Maybe some of you are feeling that somebody is angry towards you, or you may feel a sense of anger towards someone and you're hoping to kind of, in a sense, get back at them, right? Now with the set healthy boundaries, I'm sensing here, if there's somebody in your vicinity who hurts you, right? Whether it be through words or actions, as I said, there may be a need for you to create healthy boundaries, like not engage with these people. Send them away with love, right? Now, if they're family members, that's where things get a little tricky, right? Because sometimes we do need to still connect with our family. So it's about understanding how much you can give and how much you can, in a sense, take from that person. Like, if they're always like dumping on you, like emotionally dumping everything on you, it's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to say, I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. It's okay for you to find, of course, try and find a compassionate way to do it. But if they don't listen to that, it's okay for you to set healthier boundaries in that regard. Like stand up for yourself and say, this isn't okay. I don't have time for this, or I don't want to hear this right now. It's the same thing always. It's not always the same thing. Avoid the word always, because that kind of sets up kind of like a forever and everything. But this happens very frequently, and I'm not okay with this. Can we talk about something else? Especially if they're family, right? It's very interesting. So some of you could be afraid of being, I wanted to say the word betrayed, interestingly enough. Very interesting. So what is in the outcome here for the next 30 days for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay, so here we have the Nine of Swords. Whew, I just got kind of a sense of chills in regards to this card. It looks like some of you may be experiencing sleepless nights. This is definitely dark night of the soul energy that I'm sensing here. When you're in the dark night of the soul, the best thing you can do is just surrender to it, right? Surrender to the darkness, surrender to what's going on around you, because we cannot change our external circumstances, but we can change our internal circumstances, right? So it's about accepting what's going on the outside, but try and find, instead of focusing on the things that you don't have or the things that are going wrong, do your best to focus on the good. And I know that's not the easiest thing to do, especially when things are, you know, going on in your head and on the outside, in the outside world. The Nine of Swords is ruled by, or rather, it's Mars and Gemini, right? Mars being the masculine, it's the god of war, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is all about communication, right? So it's literally the mind at war with itself, right? So when your mind is at war with itself, do your best to not avoid the thoughts, see them for what they are, and then try and replace them with something more positive, right? For every negative thought that we have, replace it with 2 to 3 positive thoughts, right? If your mind is like going 100 miles per hour, focus on the now, engage your senses, right? Focus on the breath, focus on what you're seeing in front of you in the moment, touch something, listen to something, all at the same time. Like try to really immerse yourself, and you'll start to see how the thoughts start to dissipate. No, it's not the easiest task, but it'll really help you along your journey when you surrender to it, right? And try and just be present. So let's go ahead and start clarifying here. I'm a little bit curious about that which is unseen here in the Nine of Wands energy. So we have the Page of Wands. There's that inspiration, as I was saying. I feel like one of the things that need to be looked at here could be in regards to sexual energy here, because we have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Now, some of you may not be seeing here. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Knight of Wands, or Piscean with the Hanged Man. Now I'm sensing here, if this is highly sexualized energy, because oftentimes the Knight of Wands can come across that way, I feel like there's a need to look at this from a different perspective, right? The Hanged Man is about letting go, allowing. As I was saying, there's the whole thing about surrendering here. So if you feel like things have been in a stuck place, this is about surrendering and looking at things from a different perspective. Now, some of you could be dealing with children, right? With the Page of Wands, that could be a child in the mix. And with the Knight of Wands, of course, this could be player energy. There may be a need to look at player energy. There may be somebody that enters your life, that which is unseen, somebody who you may be dealing with, who has this Knight of Wands energy, who's maybe in and out of your life, right? And with the Pisces energy of the Hanged Man, there could be a sacrifice of sexual energy as well on behalf of somebody. as I said, since this is in the unseen, this is something that needs to be brought to light to your attention at this time. And especially with the Ace of Wands here, since this is a message from the divine, I feel like they're closely linked somehow. There could be something here about sexual energy that needs to be taken a look at and maybe let go of, or taken a look at a little bit more clearly from a different perspective. Nine of Wands is about walls up, right? It's about past baggage. It's about difficulties. Hanged Man is about letting go and just allowing. So if you're struggling with like sexual energy, interestingly enough, that might be a message for someone. There's a need to observe it and let it go, right? If you feel like there's these feelings being brought to your attention and you feel conflicted about it, interestingly enough is what I'm getting, bring your awareness to it, observe it, and then let it go. You don't need to resist it. You don't need to give it energy. All you have to do is observe it and then let go, right? There may be here a situation as well. Somebody may come into your life unexpectedly is what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands. Somebody who may have their walls up. And you may just need to simply go with the flow with the Hanged Man energy here. Approach it with a much more inquisitive energy. I can't help but notice this particular page always has their, you know, they have their hand kind of just like looking at it, right? Like observing it. There's that sense of observation that I'm getting very strongly here. So let's go ahead and look into this. I'm being called to clarify the Sun here for the opportunity. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this could very well be in regards to work, right? Two of Swords, okay, and the Ace of Cups, okay. So what I'm seeing here is that opportunity is in happiness. Now this could be in love, right, with the Ace of Cups. Once again, with the Lovers coming through here, this could be a situation in love, right? This may even be with a Leo. The opportunity may be a decision needing to be made, right? The Two of Swords is somebody who's closed off in the heart space, somebody who's not willing to look at things. And this is an energy that we place ourselves into willingly, right? To try and figure out what our truth is. So some of you may willingly be throwing yourself into your work so you could ignore this situation, right? You're like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with it. But there is an opportunity in love here with likely a Leo. Very interesting message coming through here. So I think there's a need for you to kind of look at this, right? It's really interesting that we have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords, which is kind of just like the whole, like, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to see it, I don't want to deal with it, blah, 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 right? Your brain's just going 100 miles per hour, just not willing to deal with this situation, right? Very fascinating message coming through here in regards to that. There may be a need to work on the heart space as well with the Eight of Pentacles, because it is a card of effort, of practice, of like really, really emphasizing working on something. Maybe this is what this healthy boundaries is in regards to. So what is this Knight of Swords energy here? Okay. So for this Knight of Swords here, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're very, very focused on your money right now, Capricorn. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, you're determined to make decisions in your life to create your Ten of Pentacles energy, right? Wanting to create a solid foundation for yourself, trying to prioritize things in your life. You maybe, I heard juggling two people, interestingly enough, like trying to make a decision between two people. Very fascinating message that I'm getting there. But with the Two of Pentacles, it is a card of prioritization, right? It's like, I need to run over here and take care of this. I need to run over here and take care of that. And I need to run over here to take care of this. So it's like social life, home life, work life, right? Even taking care of yourself, right? You're just juggling a lot, trying to get, this is a card of multitasking, essentially. Trying to create, as I said, this Ten of Pentacles, this solid foundation for yourself and for your family. Now, some of you could be dealing with a home, I'm getting. Maybe there's a house, something about a house here. Trying to figure out how to keep the house or something along those lines. Very interesting. So let's see what the Nine of Swords energy is about. Why are you stuck in your head here, Capricorn? So we have the Three of Wands. I sense here there's a energy of waiting, right? Now we have the High Priestess and the Six of Cups. So once again, the High Priestess is a card of innocence and childhood, right? With the Six of Cups. There's something here maybe about a daughter. Some of you dealing with a daughter. Maybe some of you are worried about your daughter. It's very interesting that that message is coming through, waiting for them. There may be something in regards to travel. Now, on the other hand, as I said, maybe you're waiting for this soulmate connection to come in and you have a deep inner knowing about it. But what's fascinating is the Nine of Swords is a card of being stuck in your head. So it's like, I have this inner knowing about this soulmate connection or this past person, somebody in my childhood or a soulmate, as I said, and you're waiting for them and you have an inner knowing about them, but with the Nine of Swords, you're getting too wrapped up in your head about it. So it looks like that's part of the struggle here, these next 30 days. The High Priestess is also associated with Pisces. So as I said, you could very well be dealing with the Pisces here because we do have the Hanged Man, which is another card that represents Pisces. So let's get some, what comes after this is kind of what I'm asking here. Okay. So it looks like here we have the Tower and the Seven of Wands. There's definitely a Tower moment coming here, I'm sensing. Now what's really interesting about the combination of these two cards, the High Priestess and the Tower, it's somebody with a tragic flaw, right? It's somebody with a tragic flaw. This could be you or a person that you're dealing with who has a tragic flaw to them, something very, I'm almost getting the sense of anger here or resentment, interestingly enough. I'm not too sure what that is in regards to, but with the Seven of Wands, there's a great deal of resistance on someone's behalf. And it's really hard for me to actually pick up on who this is. The Tower is coming through incredibly strongly here. This could be on your behalf. I'm getting this is split in two ways. If you're dealing with a person, this person may be the one with the tragic flaw. And on the other hand, I'm getting the sense that with others of you, you're the one that has this flaw within you that needs to, remember how I was saying something that needs to be taken a look at? Maybe in regards to subconscious, right? This Tower moment, I'm sensing you're going to be resisting either way, regardless of who you are in this particular scenario. There's a great deal of resistance. And as I was saying, remember this whole letting go concept? That's coming through incredibly strongly. This Seven of Wands may not necessarily be for your highest good. I've seen this, interesting, look at this. Wow, okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. I sense here that this may be very well what you're resisting. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through very strongly with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and with the Ten of Cups, this could very well be a counterpart that you're dealing with. Now, if you're not dealing with a counterpart, these could be your parents wanting, interesting that message is coming through, wanting a Ten of Cups for you, like trying to create a much more happier set of circumstances for you, like really wanting to connect with you, interestingly enough, is what I'm getting. It's like your family is trying to connect with you, but you may be resistant to that. And for others of you, if you're dealing with the soulmate connection, you're, in a sense, maybe resisting this counterpart. Very fascinating message that I'm getting here for you, Capricorn. So I'm a little bit curious. I'm going to go ahead and draw one card around this Fool. Interesting, we have the Fool being clarified by the Four of Cups. It's like, the way you're moving forward, it's like, I'm not interested. What's really fascinating to me, it's like a conflict in energy, right? The Fool takes a leap of faith, but with the Four of Cups, it's like, I'm not interested in it. I feel like there is an opportunity that is to be taken within the next 30 days, Capricorn, that you should be considering. And perhaps this is what this energy is. It's like you want to take a leap of faith towards something. You want to move forward towards it. But with this Four of Cups energy, it's like, am I doing the right thing? And I feel like you may be stuck in your head contemplating about it. But it's almost like, I don't want anything to do with it. I'm done with it. I don't want to see it. There's that whole, I don't want to see it, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to deal with it energy coming through here. And I think with the Fool, you're trying to move on from this, but it seems like you're struggling to do so these next 30 days, whatever that situation may be. Very well could be in love here. Okay, very interesting message for you, Capricorn. Very fascinating, but that's going to go ahead and wrap up the reading here. Please do leave a comment down below if this resonated at all. I'm quite curious to hear from you guys what this situation may very well be. I'm getting the sense here, it's just, there's a lot about like a connection with the divine here. If there are things happening in your life where things are falling apart with this Tower, remember that Spirit has your back. These Tower moments are coming into your life for a reason. Of course, if you did enjoy the reading, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.